Welcome back to Red Dirt Trucks. This is going to be the part 2 to the cold air intake for the 2019 to 2021 Chevy Silverado. Let's get into it. Okay, so first off, sorry for the wind if it messes up with the mic, but so in the last video we talked about how to get the old air box out, or at least the top. We didn't really go in depth on the bottom portion of the box, and we already had the filter, the air sensor kit, and we still have the old intake system. So the box, it's pretty easy to get out. There's one bolt right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just one little bolt. I'm pretty sure it was a 10mm deep socket. Couldn't get to it with a regular socket. You gotta have a deep socket. And then there was nothing else holding it on other than two little rubber bumps that just went into part of the frame. I don't know what they would call that, underneath the coolant. So we unbolted this, and it's a bit tricky to get out after unbolting because there's not enough room in here. If this is all gone, you're good. You can move this out of the way, but it's still a little tricky. You got to take some pins out. This is connected to it. This is pinned into it. You got to slide it this way, move it, keep moving it, and you slowly basically get it all out. It's just a pain in the butt. Once you get it out, easy. If you haven't seen our first cold air intake we've done on this channel, go watch it. It's for our 2005 Silverado, the Andrones. It's easy to do, cheap. I think on that one we spent probably about 50 bucks overall on just the setting it up. He already had the filter and everything, so we didn't have to worry about that. That's just the metal, all this hardware and stuff we needed. Now with the filter and with the metal and the air sensor kit that I have, this is probably $100 right here, which isn't bad for most systems for this truck. This is cheap. But how I made this, you can go watch the other one exactly, precise stuff and us showing you how to do it. In the last video, I didn't really show a whole lot of how I got everything set up. In this video, I'm not going to show you how I cut this, molded this, but I cut it with the Dremel tool, which was a bad idea in the last one, and it was a bad idea in this one too. I did it. It worked better than last time though, I don't know how. And then this is window insulation, seal, window seal, same thing. And then little sheets of metal. It's thick enough to reduce heat, and I have heat resistant paint on the outside, which is going to help a little bit. You can do heat tape. And then I cut it to the giant shape that it was, a giant square pretty much. And then I was like, okay, I got to get measurements, which I got measurements. I'll show you. I'll put them on the screen. And then I got the measurements for each side that I needed. And I was like, okay, let's cut this out. I cut it to the length. I added all these up, found the length. Then I got a 2x4, which is the easiest way for me, because I don't have a shop out here, to bend stuff with a perfect line. Put two pieces of 2x4, one on the bottom, one on the top. Folded each corner. And then I was like, okay, it's not just gonna fit straight in, just a square bends and stuff. There's obviously points that I had to cut. On this side, I had to cut and bend in because of the stuff it needed to miss, all the wires and hardware down there. And then over here, you got the air system that goes from the grill. There's a tube that goes under the old intake system, which I forgot to tell you, when you take that box out, you have to take that piece out of inside the grill. It's pretty easy. You can see that in the when I took my grill apart, plasti dip it video. I showed you how to take the whole front portion off. That's the easiest part. You just gotta take the top portion in, like it's like a pin, a plastic pin that holds it in. And then I had to cut the little square or rectangle out of that one, and then bend both sides of that around our piece. And pretty much I bent a little slab out of the metal here for this piece to bolt down, drilled a hole, used the old hardware, and then pretty much it's done. That's all you have to do to have a cold air intake for about $100 in your brand new 2019-21 Silverado. It's easy, it's fun, it sounds good. I just like the wind down of this because you can hear it inside the truck. It's a little harder since I got an exhaust, but I can still hear it. It sounds good, it runs good. I think the truck runs better than it did. Some people will say different, some people say it's useless. I think it's worth it. If you want it, go for it. $100 is all I've spent on this system. But that's that. Thank y'all for watching. We're gonna have more videos out soon. Just been a little hard with COVID and stuff. It's hard to get things on time, but there'll be more.